Hello to all of you. Today we are going to learn what you're seeing in this picture. So what do you see? It's one of the most fascinating things, one of the most amazing things, and there is so much to learn. Okay, any guesses? Yes, the topic is human body. It's one of the lessons of class 3 science subject of the CBSE board. It's lesson 2 in your textbook, but it could be beneficial to anybody who is interested or wants to know more about the human body. So shall we start? So specifically, what is it that we are going to learn today in this video? We will study about human body, and in human body we'll study about the internal organs. Internal organs means the organs that are inside our body which we cannot see outside. And there are many of the organ systems, but today we will only learn about respiratory system, and we will also learn about deep breathing, what is deep breathing and how to do it. And the second part of your lesson is air pollution. So these are the topics that we will be covering in today's video. Before we start off, let's start with a cell. Because we are studying about human body, it is mandatory that we learn about cell. So what is a cell? It's the smallest part or unit of our body. The human body is made up of millions of cells. So if you look at our body, there are millions of cells that make up our body, but you cannot see them through your naked eyes because they're so tiny and there are millions of them. So the structure of the human body, as I told you already, there are millions of cells. These cells make up tissues. These tissues make up organs. What are organs? It can be internal organs, external organs. For example, it could be liver, it could be eyes, it could be nose, it could be stomach. Okay, these are all organs. So different organs make up organ system. Okay, organ system can be your excretory system, digestive system, respiratory system, etc, and different organ systems make up a human body. So see, it's a big chain. Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up organ systems, and organ systems make up human body. So what do you see here in this picture? Any guesses? See, what are these? Yes, you're right. These are all different organs. Specifically, these are internal organs. The human body consists of different organs that do different types of work. So each organ does a specific work. Any organ cannot do any work, right? For example, in our society we have teachers who teach us. There are policemen who protect us. So each role or each job has a function. So similarly, different organs also have different functions. Okay, so special organ systems within our body help these organs do their work. So there are also different organ systems that help these organs do their work. So little assignment for all of you. There is a picture here and there are so many organs. When you have free, just come back to this slide of the video and name as many of the organs as possible. Got it? So organ systems, as I told you, there are many organs that make up organ systems. Okay. So what are the different organ systems in our body? Respiratory system, skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, circulatory system, and excretory system. So these are all the different organ systems. But today we are only going to study about respiratory system because that is the only one that is mentioned in your textbooks. So again, what is human body made up of? It's made up of different organs, several organs and organ systems that have a special purpose to serve. As I told you already, each organ does a specific work. These special purposes are called functions. So the work that it does is called a function. For example, the function of eyes is to see, right? The function of nose is to breathe and to smell. The function of tongue is to taste. So different organs have different work. These are called functions. So some of the internal organs that we are going to study about today: brain, heart, stomach and intestine, kidneys and bones. First, we'll start with brain. See, this is what a brain looks like. And see, if you look at, how it works, this is how it works. I mean, if you see a live, brain, a scan of it, this is how it would look. Okay. So, where is it located? It's located inside our head. What does it do? It helps us to think. How? It sends messages to different parts of the body and tells them what to do. Say, for example, when you touch any hot object, what do you immediately do? You take back your hand, right? So, who tells your hand to stay away from the hot object? It is your brain that is giving the message to your hand that it's a hot object, so you need to stay away. That's how the brain is sending message to the hand. Say if you look at this picture, all of our organs are connected to the brain, and it gives messages and receives messages from the different organs. Okay, so this is just an extra information that we are giving. It's not there in your textbook. So just if you're interested, see there are two parts of the brain, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. The left hemisphere or the left part of the brain is responsible for certain aspects of your personality, and the right side of your brain is responsible for certain aspects. For example, the left part of your brain is responsible for logic, sequence, science, numbers, that is nothing but maths, the language, words, analysis, symbols, etc. And the right side of your brain uh, is for abstract thoughts, imagination, intuition. So now you know why different people are good at different things. There could be somebody who's good at maths, that means their left part of the brain is very good. There could be somebody who's very imaginative, who writes many stories, many imaginative stories. That means the right side of the brain is very good. Okay, so this is just an extra information. I hope you found it useful and interesting. The next organ that we're going to talk about is heart. Where does heart lie? It lies on the left side of the chest cavity. What does it do? It pumps blood to various organs of the body. Okay, because all the organs of your body need blood. So that is a function of the heart. It sends blood to the various parts of the body. How does it do it? It is carried through blood vessels. So this is a little, small transportation system within our body. Okay, this is how the blood travels. See, can you see this video here? This is this is how blood travels. Okay, got it? Very interesting, right? Yes. There's a blood vessel, and the blood is carried through different to the different parts like this. Now we go on to stomach and intestine. Now, all of us eat food. How do we eat food? Through our mouth, right? There is no doubt about it. Now, how does it go inside our body? Through the food pipe. See, there is something called a food pipe here. Okay, so this is a food pipe. Through the food pipe, whatever we eat goes inside. First, it goes to the stomach, and from stomach, it further goes to the intestines. Okay, this is how the food travels from mouth to the intestine. So the pictorial representation of what I just told you, so that you remember it better. See, the journey of food. First, it we eat through mouth, and from mouth through the food pipe it goes to the stomach, and from stomach it goes to the intestine. Where our stomach and intestines located? Inside our abdomen, and they form a part of our digestive system. So these are the organs in the digestive system. These organs, what do? They break down food into simpler substances that our body can use. A body cannot use a food as it is. So it requires to be broken down. Okay. So that is what the stomach and the intestines do. So what is it called? This process of breaking down the food into simpler substances so that our body can use it is called digestion. So this is the entire digestive system. But for you, you don't have to remember all these organs. You just have to know about the mouth, the food pipe, the stomach, and the intestine. So this is all you need to know. But if you're interested and you really want to know more, this is the entire, digestive system. You can just go through when you have free time. The next internal organ that we're going to talk about is kidneys. So what are kidneys? These are the two bean shaped parts inside our body. Can you see it? It is bean shaped, right? So these are the kidneys. Okay. What do? They filter the blood to produce urine. They filter the blood and all the waste part becomes the urine. So urine is a waste product of our body. Okay. The next part that we're going to study about is bones. See, we have so many bones inside our body. Okay. What do? They give shape to our body. How many bones are there? There are 206 bones inside our body, and the bones alone, then we will look like this. Okay, so it's not possible because to give flexible movements, there are also muscles attached to the body. These are it's the muscles that help us move our body. Okay, and how many muscles are there? 600 muscles. So how many bones? 206. How many muscles? 600. This is something that you need to remember. Okay, so that was about the organs. Now we move on to the only organ system that is there for our syllabus this year. That is respiratory system. Okay, so what are the organs in the respiratory system? You have nose. All of us know nose, and then you have windpipe, and then you have lungs. Okay, so this is what we are going to study. The nose, first we start with nose. This is one of the parts of the respiratory system. We breathe in and breathe out through our nose. I think all of us know, right? Breathing in, that means taking in the air, is called inhalation. Breathing out, that is releasing the air out, is called exhalation. So what do we take in? We take in or we inhale oxygen. What do we breathe out or exhale? We exhale or breathe out carbon dioxide. So windpipe, from the nose, the air passes through the windpipe and enters the lungs. So again, the air cannot directly go. First, it enters through the nose and through the windpipe, it goes to the lungs. Now, what are lungs? These are the parts located inside the chest cavity. Oxygen is absorbed from the inhaled air, okay, and carbon dioxide is removed from the lungs as exhaled air. So this is the function of the lungs. Can you see? These are the lungs. The air that we breathe in, as I already told you, it has more of oxygen, and the air that we breathe out, that has more of carbon dioxide. Now there is another part that you need to know about when we are talking about respiratory system. There's a dome shaped sheet of muscle called diaphragm that is present below the lungs. Okay. When the air is inhaled, the diaphragm contracts and moves downwards. When the diaphragm expands and pushes upwards, air gets exhaled. This is how the inhalation and exhalation takes place. Diaphragm is responsible for that. So now we move on to deep breathing. Now we saw how we breathe, how the air enters, what is it that we inhale, what is it that we exhale. So respiration is very important, and to ensure that we are taking in more of oxygen, there is something called deep breathing. Okay. What is deep breathing? It's a simple exercise which ensures that more oxygen is taken in during inhalation. As you see in this video here, what are they doing? They're trying to do deep breathing. Okay, that means they are trying to take in more of oxygen. Normally it is practiced during yoga or meditation. In our day-to-day life, when you're doing other activities, it is difficult to do this because it requires a lot of concentration. So normally deep breathing is done when you're doing yoga or meditation. Okay. See, deep breathing is very important. It helps, no doubt, it helps your respiratory system, but it also benefits your entire body. Okay, so it increases your concentration, it gives you a sense of calm and peace, and it benefits all your body parts. So it's very important. So I suggest that you try it out. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, don't worry, it is very simple. I'll just tell you what is the process of deep breathing. First, sit down comfortably on a mat. Okay. Slowly take a deep breath in through your nose. Okay. Not the mouth, through your nose. Let the air completely fill your lungs. At the same time, that means simultaneously, let your belly expand by a few inches. What does it do? This allows the lungs to expand completely. Okay. So that it can take more oxygen. Next, try to breathe out fully. Okay, that means exhalation. So during exhalation, the expanded belly will collapse and go in this process your lungs contract fully and all the air is exhaled. So by this what happens, you're taking in more of oxygen which will benefit your entire body. Okay, so please try to do this. You can see the benefits for yourselves. So we studied that it's very important to take in more of oxygen, but unfortunately what's happening is we are taking in a lot of polluted air because of all of us know pollution, right? So there are many types of pollution, but we will study specifically about air pollution. If you're interested to know about more pollutions, you can refer to our previous videos, especially the fourth standard social studies topics. We've explained all the pollutions in detail. You can go through it. So before we talk about air pollution, let's study what is pollution. Pollution is the addition of harmful substances into our environment, that means our surrounding, making it dirty and unsafe for not just human beings but also plants and animals. So what happens, in simple words, pollution means dirtying the environment. We are adding so many dirty things to the environment, making it dirty. So that is pollution. Okay. So what are pollutants? The harmful substances that get added to the environment are called pollutants. That means the things that cause pollution are called pollutants. Okay, you can see in this picture here, there are vehicles, there are factories. What are they all doing? They're adding all these harmful substances to the environment, thereby polluting the environment. This is pollution. So we'll study about air pollution specifically. What is air pollution? The process of harmful and undesirable substances being added to the air as a result of different human activities. So what do we do? Because we use vehicles, we have built factories, and we build factories. There are lots of harmful substances that are being added to the air. So that is called air pollution. In simple words, dirtying the air is called air pollution. Right? Got it? Okay. So now let's study. We just studied what is pollution and what is air pollution. Now we'll study what are the causes of air pollution. That means how air pollution happens. What are the things that add to the air pollution? The first is industries and factories. How do industries and factories cause air pollution? The smoke as well as harmful gases containing particles of dust and heavy metals released by industries and factories. So what happens is a lot of smoke that you might have seen that gets added, that comes out of the factories, right? This gets added to the air and air gets polluted. The next cause is vehicles. Now, how do vehicles cause air pollution? You can see in this picture here. You might have even seen on the roads, right? The vehicles give out so much of harmful gases, okay, in the form of smoke, you can see. So these are all released from the vehicles, be it two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. So what happens? All this gets added to the air and it causes air pollution. Okay. And then you have burning. What do you mean by burning? Many of the people, what they do, they burn the garbage. Okay. What they're thinking is they're trying to get away with the garbage, but actually what they're doing is they're adding on to the pollution, because when you burn the garbage, there is so much of smoke that is released. Okay, that gets added to the air and again it causes air pollution. So we should try not to do any of these things as much as possible. Okay. So effects of air pollution. So I just told you what causes air pollution. Should we just keep quiet? No, we should not. Why? Because air pollution has some harmful effects. Okay, so that is something that can affect any of us. All of us are going to be affected. That's why we need to do something about it. So, what are some of the harmful effects? First is it causes diseases of that. Lungs is a part of the respiratory system, right? All the oxygen gets into the lungs. So imagine if that oxygen that we are breathing in is polluted, is contaminated. Grandparents, they must have told you that during their times there wasn't so much of pollution. Everybody used to be very healthy. They did not have so many health problems. That is right, because back then there weren't so many factories, there weren't so many vehicles. So because of this, the environment was very clean. They used to breathe in fresh air. That's why they stayed close to the nature. That's why they were very healthy. So I think it's time that we do something about it, right? Okay, so now that was about the chapter. Now let's move on to the exercises in your textbook. So before we move on to exercise, there's something called questions on page number 27 of your textbook. Here I'll not do explaining because that's already been done and I hope you've understood. So now I'll just read out the answers. So during your test, during your exams, all you have to do is just listen to the video again and again so that you can remember it better. Okay, so let's start. The first is choose the correct word to fill in the blanks. Similar cells together form a or an. The options are tissue or an organ, and the correct answer is tissue. And the correct sentence is similar cells together form a tissue. Second one, a dash is the smallest part or unit of our body. The options are tissue and cell, and the correct answer, as all of you know, is cell. So the correct sentence is a cell is the smallest part or unit of our body. The third one, an organism is made up of different dash systems. The options are organ and skin, and the correct answer is organ. So the correct sentence is an organism is made up of different organ systems. The fourth one, the dash is present inside the head. The options are heart and brain, and the correct answer is brain. So the correct sentence is the brain is present inside the head. Next, we move on to the exercise, which is on page number 30. So this starts from the page number 30 in your textbooks. The first section, name the following. Breathing in, answer inhalation. Breathing out, answer exhalation. The third one, the process of breakdown of food into simpler substances, answer is digestion. So the fourth one, a process that can ensure that more oxygen is taken in by the body, deep breathing. Our lungs expand during this process. Answer is exhalation. Sixth, the addition of harmful and undesirable substances to the air. Answer is air pollution. Okay, now we move on to section B. Choose the correct option. First one, many tissues together make the options are muscle, organ system and blood vessel, and the correct answer is organ. The second one, which of these organs is not a part of the respiratory system? Options are windpipe, stomach, nose and lungs, and the correct option is stomach. Third one, how many bones are there in human body? Options are 100, 200, 206 and 106, and the correct answer is 206. Option C. The fourth one, our lungs contract during. Options are A. Inhalation, B. Exhalation, C. Excretion, and D. Digestion. And the correct option is exhalation. Fifth question, the addition of pollutants into air making it unhealthy. The options are A. Air pollution, B. Water pollution, C. Noise pollution, and D. Land pollution. And the correct option is A. Air pollution. The next one is write T for true and F for false and correct the wrong statements. The first one is the air we breathe in passes through our nose, windpipe and lungs. It's true. Second, the process of breathing out is called inhalation. That is false. What is the correct statement? The process of breathing out is called exhalation. Right? The third one, Stomach filters blood and produces urine. It's false. The correct statement is kidney filters blood and produces urine. The fourth one, brain sends messages to different parts of the body. It's true. Fifth question, the addition of harmful and undesirable substances to air is called sound pollution. It is false. The correct answer is, or the correct statement is, the addition of harmful and undesirable substances to air is called air pollution. Section D, choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. First one, a dash is the smallest part or unit of our body. Options are cell and tissue. The correct answer is cell. So the correct sentence is, a cell is the smallest part or unit of our body. 2. Dash is the waste product of our body. Options are urine and chlorine. And the correct answer is urine. So the correct sentence is, urine is the waste product of our body. Third question, the dash is located in our abdomen. Options are stomach and lungs. And the correct answer is stomach. So the correct sentence is, the stomach is located in our abdomen. Fourth sentence, from the stomach food reaches our dash. Options are intestine and kidneys. And the correct answer is intestine. So the correct sentence is, from the stomach food reaches our intestine. Fifth question, burning our garbage and wood dash air pollution. Options are increases and decreases. Correct answer is increases, and the correct sentence is, burning our garbage and wood increases air pollution. The next one is match the following. Here we have not written the question. You can refer to the textbook for that. We've just directly matched the correct sentences. So air pollution, breathing problem, organs made up of different tissues, lungs, respiratory organ, kidney produces urine, inhalation, breathing in. Now we move on to section 2. The first, that is A section under section 2, is explain the following terms. The first term is digestion. What is digestion? Digestion is the process of breaking down of food by stomach and intestines into simpler substances that our body can use. Second term, bones. Bones are the organs that give shape to our body. There are 206 bones in our body. The third term is deep breathing. Deep breathing is a simple exercise which ensures that more oxygen is taken in during inhalation. It is practiced during yoga or meditation. Fourth term, pollutant. Pollutant is any harmful substance that gets added to the environment. Now we move on to section B, which is short answer questions. First is, what is an organ system made up of? Answer, an organ system is made up of different organs that do different types of work. Question 2, how does the respiratory system help us breathe? Answer, the respiratory system helps us breathe through the organs, the nose, windpipe and lungs. Question 3. What is a waste product of our body? Where is it formed? Answer. Urine is a waste product of our body. It is formed in the kidneys. Question 4. Name one cause of air pollution. Answer. Harmful gases and chemicals released from vehicles. Now section C, which is long answer questions. Explain, first question, explain inhalation and exhalation with suitable diagram. So this is the diagram. You can also refer to the diagram that is there in your textbook, which is almost similar. Breathing in and absorbing oxygen by the lungs from the air is called inhalation. Breathing out and removal of carbon dioxide from lungs is called exhalation. Question 2. Describe the working model of the respiratory system. So this is the working model of the respiratory system. This is there in your textbook on page number 27. You can refer to it and also try to do this experiment. It is very interesting. Question 3. Describe the process of digestion. In that, the first step, we eat food through our mouth. Through the food pipe, the food reaches the stomach. From the stomach, it further reaches the intestine. Stomach and intestines break down food into simpler substances that our body can use. So this is the process of digestion. We've given a diagram representation so that you can remember it better. Okay. Question 4. Describe the process of deep breathing. We have already done it, so I'll just quickly read through it again. Sit down comfortably on a mat. Slowly take a deep breath in through your nose. Let the air completely fill your lungs. At the same time, let your belly expand by a few inches. This allows the lungs to expand completely. Next, try to breathe out fully. During exhalation, the expanded belly will collapse and go in. In this process, your lungs contract fully and the air is inhaled. Question number 5. Explain the causes and effects of air pollution. Causes: smoke as well as harmful gases containing particles of dust and heavy metals released by industries and factories. Second, harmful gases and chemicals released from vehicles. Third, smoke released due to burning of solid waste such as garbage and wood. Effects: it causes diseases of lungs, causes breathing problems, coughing, sneezing, headaches, etc. So we come to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it for all of you. So please, I hope you have understood. Again, you can always reach out to us. But before that, please subscribe to our channel to get more videos and more informative content. Like our video. Do not forget to like our video. Comment whatever feedback you need to give us. Please mention it in your comment section and share it with as many people as possible. It could help many of your friends. Okay. And as I told you, you can always reach out to us. You can call us on 9972399337. That's our direct phone number. You can email us on hello@skillsinit.com. This is our email ID. You can also visit our website www.skillsinit.com to get more information about what we do. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed our video. Please watch this space for more videos. So we will be back with your third lesson. Till then, bye bye.